guys, it's Bree from Breezy Special Ed, and today I wanted to show you my community signs and places resources and how you can use them with your students. So I set these up so you can teach one sign in one place a week, and I'll kind of show you what I recommend you do each day of the week, and it just takes about 15 minutes, and you'll help your students become more successful in their communities because they can identify different places and they can identify different signs and what they mean, especially for our non-readers. Signs are great because they're so visual. Like, you don't have to be able to read words. You can look at the sign and read the sign just by identifying the picture. So I think that's awesome. So I'm going to go through and show you the places first. So on Monday, we go through and we use these posters. So we see the picture here of a place. This is a library. And on the back, so you can be showing your students the picture, and you have this whole like cheat sheet for you. So this is great to give a para, great for you so you don't have to like think too far in advance, because sometimes, you know, it's just nice to have everything on here. So what place is this? What can you do here? There's a sign here that you can teach your students. You can teach them the sign book. And then there is some in our community. Have you guys ever been to a library? Where are the libraries by us? That sort of stuff. So this can help you start leading discussions. Maybe you guys can go online and you can print a picture of your library and you can put that under it. Maybe there's a few different libraries, your school library. You can add all those different pictures right there so students can identify like this generic library sign and then the actual libraries in their community. So about 15 minutes, you've done library. And then community signs, same thing. There's a picture and then there's not quite as many questions, but yeah, some basic question signs. What do? You can practice, like walk, you see the sign, stop, don't walk, you know. And then an extension activity, search for the walk signs on Google, talk about how were they the same, how were they different, because not all don't walk signs look exactly like this. So it's like important to teach our students the similarities and the differences to look for. Okay, so that is Monday. You go over the signs. On Tuesday, you can do some worksheets. So you can make a student folder for each student for community places and signs, and then there's some different tabs here: worksheets, research, and data. So worksheets first. For each sign and place, there's a worksheet like this where you find and circle all of the picture of that thing. And then for some of your students, you might want them to find and circle the word. So depending on the level, you'll choose which worksheet is best for them. And then you might pick another worksheet like draw a line to match. And there's a few different levels of that too. So you can draw a line to match the word. There's some cut and paste worksheets in here. And again, that's like cut and paste, different levels, word and picture. And then also, some writing ones. So there's tracing, and like this is copying, and then a writing as well. And then I love the coloring graphed as well. So you're putting a little bit of math in there. So they can do a few worksheets on Tuesday. And each unit will last you 9 weeks. So you're not going to want to do all of the worksheets at once. So you can take your time. They can do like one worksheet specific to the sign and one worksheet that kind of encompasses them all. So that is Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, you guys can go over some adapted books and some task cards. And this is a great time for your students to get out their flashcards and to start practicing their signs. And you can go around and spend some one-on-one time with students and take some data about what signs they're identifying, either the picture, the word, or the definition. You can mark right here so you know what each student is working on. A simple plus, minus, or prompt, and then you can shade in the percentage that they got correct each time so you can see their progress as you go through the units. So let me just show you the books real quick. There's like a picture, like where do you go to fly on a plane? I can fly from the airport. So that would be like a level 2, kind of more abstract. They're not just matching, they're seeing, oh, airport, planes at the airport, okay. Or you can have students, the pictures already be on the book, and they can take the pictures off and match to the sign right there. So a couple options in one book, which I love doing. The community signs books are similar to that as well. Community sign books are actually sold separately, not in the bundle. So what sign means out of order, they can take it off and match to this page, or you can have students do it the other way. What sign means flammable, take off the flammable sign and match there. So there's your adaptive books. And then Community Places has task cards, and then for community signs, I actually have file folders. So just a little bit of different activity there, and that's what the task cards look like. So there's visual options for each one, okay? And I don't think I showed you guys the flashcards yet. So the flashcards, there's a few different options. There's your definitions. You can store them right up here. You can store your set up there. Your students can store their set in their folders. And then there's also just black and white pitch flashcards, which is great if you want students to color them in. There's color ones, and there's word ones. So students can use these as like a matching memory game, and you can pick two different ones for them to have, like the definition in the word or the word in the picture. So you have options there. And then we're up to Thursday. So Thursday is one of my favorite days. Thursday is research day. So here's one of the research pages for a level 1 student. So they would write the word library, color it in. You would pull up library on your computer, pull up a library near you, and you would talk about what that library looks like, what you can do there, how far away it is from your school, that sort of stuff. And then there's 3 questions with visual answers for students to answer, and that's obviously your level 1. And then level 2, we have a research tab in here too. So level 2, students would write down the place, the address, some things they learned if they would like to go there, and they have an option to draw a picture or cut and paste a picture. So that is the level 2 research. And then for community signs, you can't really research community signs as much, so we have a journal for that, and this one journal can do multiple different levels. So for some students, you might have them trace, and then maybe they're going to cut and paste the same sign from, like, you can print another one of these off. So they would cut and paste the options to match, and then maybe they would try stamping the word out if they can't write, or maybe they would try copying it if they're a little higher. Or maybe your higher students are going to color, like trace and color their own picture, like draw it. And then they might write a whole paragraph of, like, this is a don't walk sign. It means I can't walk across the street. So you can give all your students the same journal and have them complete it multiple different ways depending on their level. So that's pretty awesome. And then Friday, we're up to Friday already, is fun day. So Friday is when you would pull out some bingo boards. You could use your flashcards as calling cards. If you want to make it a little trickier, you give them the definition. You can show them the picture. You can show them the word. We also have I Have, Who Has games. And there's one of these for both community places and signs. There's bingo for community places and signs as well. So those are a couple of your fun Friday. Maybe you'll throw in another worksheet if you have a few more of those to do on Friday. And there you have it. Couple minutes, 15, 20 minutes every day, and you can help your students learn community places and signs, and hopefully help them be so much more successful in their communities. If you have any questions, please let me know. I love to help you help your students. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.